Hey everyone, welcome to Drama Free Gaming. It is what it says, and it says what it is. This is End Time again with a tutorial educational video, and I want to get right into it. In front of you, you're going to see my C9 OLED LG screen. This is last year's model. The C10 or the CX is very popular right now. I was able to pick up this model last year towards the end of the year and got a really good deal on it. But the C9 and the C10 and I believe the B series as well and the LG OLED, series are compatible and have the features that you need for your next gen consoles, the Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5. In front of me here, you'll see I have my controller, and I want to show you from a cold boot that just hit the home button. See how fast this boots up from the moment I put in my password code or my numerical code there up until getting to the main page. That's it. It's quick, fast, in a hurry. I am very, very pleased having experienced the power of SSD on my PC. This is definitely faster than my computer. Another word I want to say is that the Xbox Series X is also whisper quiet. It's actually quieter than my PC, and my PC doesn't make any noise. Okay, so the video today, that's what you came for, is to show you what settings you need in order to get all the check marks here. You see where it says TV resolution? Hopefully you can see that on your screen. This is how you want it to look, okay? And I'm going to point something out here in the middle. You see where it says watching movies and TV? And it says your TV supports 4K 10-bit at 24, at 50, at 60 hertz. Your TV supports HDR10 video. Your TV supports Dolby Vision. That's important. It's important for you to know these panels are 10-bit panels, okay? And the reason why I say that is because when you go back here to video modes, you see the allow 50, allow 24, allow auto low latency mode, allow variable refresh rate, allow YCC422. Now, some people have this checked off, checked on. I don't really care. I leave it checked on. But for this here, this is where I wanted to point out. Allow HDR10. You want to check that box. Make sure that's checked off. So that you get all the bells and whistles. And here, and I just went back. I went to display, video fidelity, and overscan. I don't want to go too quick, but I don't want to go too slow. Leave the display on auto detect recommended. It gives you an option for DVI or HDMI. Leave it on auto detect. Go over to video fidelity, where it says color depth, 30 bits per pixel, 10-bit. Remember, this is a 10-bit panel. I can select 36 bits per pixel at 12-bit, and it'll take it. The thing is that there's been some quote unquote issues reported, and I experienced it. And there's a reason why I'm making this video here, because I had a screen flickering, and I was just tinkering and trying to figure out what was causing the screen flickering. And by the way, I want to give a specific shout out to the Blue Collar Life on YouTube. The Blue Collar Life. This gentleman put a video out that you all need to see, and it is the inspiration for this video because he was the only one that answered my question. So I'm just adding to what he's already put out there for the Xbox Series X bad flickering, and he answers that 12-bit or 10-bit color setting. I leave mine on 10. If your game is going to support 12-bit, the system will pick it up. The Xbox Series X, in my case, will pick it up, and it'll convert it to that. But you don't want to push it any further than 10-bit. As a matter of fact, I've heard people say you can put it on 8-bit, it default to 10. I leave it on 10-bit. I know my panel's a 10-bit, that's what it is, and I just want the correct setting. So all this other stuff I'm not going to go into, but you can notice there that it says resolution 4K UHD refresh 120 hertz, and all the boxes again are checked off. This is what you want to have in your settings, okay? Everything checked off. If you're getting flickering, this is the reason why. And this is where the Blue Collar Life answered my question out of so many videos out here that didn't get to it. And what you need to do is get your remote or your TV, okay, right here. See this remote? And you're going to go to your home. Mine has like a little home button here. Click home. On the side down here where it says home dashboard, you click on that, okay? And you're going to go up here to edit, all right? On the C10, it may look different, but you want to go to edit, okay? Hit edit, and then you see these icons. You see where I'm hovering now? See, my Xbox Series X is on HDMI 3. It's on the game icon. See, if I click on this, it'll give me an option to set it to either game console or PC. Now, I originally had it on PC. I want you to understand something. First of all, right now, my Xbox Series X is directly connected from the Xbox to my TV. There's nothing in between, okay? I'm not capturing on a capture card, running it through a computer or anything else. It's a direct connection using the 2.1 certified HDMI cable, okay? Make sure, I said that in a previous video, in my unboxing video, that you use the cable that comes with your Xbox Series X. It is a 2.1 HDMI certified cable, okay? If you're going to use something else, don't cheap out. Don't think that you can go to 99-cent store and get an HDMI cable because all HDMI cables are the same. Don't do that. You're going to get frustrated. Use a 2.1 certified cable. So I have it connected directly to my TV's input, okay? And I'm not going to go into all the other inputs, but you need to make sure that it's directly connected into your TV and that you have it on game console, okay? Some people have seen videos out here from even from credible YouTube individuals that set it to PC because there's an additional setting in your TVs that, I mean, for whatever reason, it's supposed to give you some variance of colors and other things and other tech that's in the TV that, to be honest, I'm not really versed with, okay? But have it on game console. Don't put it on PC. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it on PC just for the sake of this video. Then I'm going to go back up here and save it, okay? So HDMI 3, it now says PC. I'm going to save it. And I'm going to see if I can get that flickering back on my TV. Okay, so I have it password locked, so let me open it up. Okay, I don't know if you see it, but it's flickering. There is flickering going on, and I think it just, you can see it more, you can see it better. I don't know if you can catch in the video, but do you see that flickering? You see like the screen is kind of like flashing? That's happening really bad. That's that flicker that's happening on behind the scenes here on the dashboard. And I thought it was the HDMI cable. I thought that it was, it was a bad cable, faulty cable. My TV couldn't handle it. Actually, if I go into, let me see. If I go into settings once again, and I go to TV and display, see, my settings are still the same. Everything is still the same. Okay. If I go here, if I have it on PC mode on my TV, and I go to refresh rate 60 hertz. I'm going to show you what happens now. Let's say keep this refresh rate setting. Yes, 60. It's on 60 now, okay? And the flickering has stopped completely. However, you and we didn't get the latest and the greatest next-gen consoles. We didn't get a Series X or a PlayStation 5 so that we could run it at 4K 60 hertz. Especially if your panel is capable of 120, which mine's is. But there's no flickering now, right? You notice that? And it's because when you have it on PC mode, the refresh rate is just not synced up with your TV and your console. It's reading it. It's giving it a different signal. Okay, I can't get the technicalities of it and whatnot, but I'm gonna go back to 120 just to show you. Refresh rate 120, and it's gonna say keep this refresh rate, yes. And we got the flicker once again, and as you can see, everything is checked off. Okay. So I'm going to go back with my control for my TV, hit that home button, go over to the far left corner, the home dashboard, go over to edit, make sure you know which one is your Xbox connected to. Go over to game console. We're on game console right now. I'm going to switch the name while we're here. Clear all. And put XSX like it was before. Okay. Make sure before you exit out, you save it. Now, before I leave, I want to show you something. This one right here that I have, for me personally, HDMI 4, and I have it on PC mode. Okay. That is the setting that I use when I'm capturing. So when I plug my Xbox Series X using the 2.1 HDMI cable running from the Xbox into my capture card. My capture card is an Elgato 4K capture card. Your capture card is only going to capture at 60 frames per second. Okay? So you're not going to get 120 capture. You're going to get 60 frames per second. But when I run my Xbox HDMI cable 2.1 certified, can't stress that enough, into my PC, and then I run out from my capture card to the TV, it is another 2.1 HDMI certified cable. All my cables are certified. Then I'm able to capture, and I don't get the flicker, okay? Because I'm in PC mode. I'm capturing. So I can use it in PC mode because it's recognizing this bypass and that I'm using PC to capture, even though I'm playing on my Xbox Series X. But for you guys out there who are not capturing, who are not doing any videos or whatever, and you're directly playing to your TV, whether that's the C9, the C10, or CX LG OLED, it is not your Xbox Series X. That is messed up. It is not a software issue like some people are claiming that LG needs to update their software, which you should. Go into your TV settings and make sure, and I'm going to show you here. Let's see if I could bring it up. All settings. You need to make sure that you are on. And I just went into general. I'm going down to about this TV. This is on the C9. See with the software version there, 5.00.03. That is the latest update. I check for updates. I allow automatic updates, but that is the latest version here in the States. It might be different if you're overseas or something, but update your TV, okay? Update it if you haven't done it in a while. And what you should do, another tip here, is when you update your software on your TV that it's gone through the process, shut it down, unplug it physically, take the power out from the socket, from the wall socket, from the outlet, let it sit for a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes, and then plug it back in. And that's so that you make sure that the drivers and everything else in your TV has updated, okay, has actually kicked in. All right. Do that. It's going to uh, guarantee that everything runs smooth. But here we are back to the Xbox. Everything is still checked off, and we have no flickering, and we're at 120 refresh rate, and we're good to go. No flickering whatsoever. You definitely want to go into calibrate HDR for games. I'm not going to go through the process here because I've already done it. Or let's see if it lets me back up now. But you'll see that your TV will say HDR, the instant game response is launched. Another tip, and I'm probably all over the place with this video, but as it comes to mind, you want to make sure that your HDR picture mode is on game. You want to make sure that you're on game mode when it comes to, and here I'm going to go to all settings. When it comes to picture mode setting, game. That's where you want it, okay? On game mode. For sound and all that other stuff, let's see if I can go through some of these settings while I'm here. Picture mode. And it says HDR picture mode now because I'm doing the HDR settings. I have OLED at 100. This was actually at 80 before. I'm going to put it to 80. I just don't need it at 100. Some people want it at, 100. Not me. I want it at 80. That's just a personal preference. The contrast is fine. Brightness, 50. I think that's the default. I leave it alone. Sharpness, this I put to 0. I don't need sharpness, okay? You might not need it. You might prefer it, whatever. These are just personal preferences. Color, I leave it neutral at 50. And let's see, what else? Expert controls, what do we have here? Dynamic tone mapping. See, this is where you get that HGIG. You want this on, okay? So I click that on. You want that on, okay? Click it. It's just basically, from what I understand and I've learned and doing my research, HGIG is basically your TV telling your Xbox or your PlayStation 5, hey, I want you to do the processing work. I want you to do the dynamic tone mapping, not me. And so it lets the hardware in the Xbox do its thing, okay? Dynamic contrast off, super resolution off, color gamut, I leave it on auto. Gamma, it just defaults. The moment you put HGIG here, the gamma defaults to 2.2. White balance, what do I have here? Yeah, color temperature. Now, I like to preserve my eyes, so I bring this down to warm 2, and it just gives it a softer, just preferable to me and to my eyes look. Okay, with the cool or the medium, the screen looks kind of bluish. Here it kind of just tones it down even more. And again, that's a personal preference. You don't have to do that, but I do. And then everything else is it just stays the same, okay? Again, those settings that I showed you, but that HGIG, you definitely, without a doubt, you want to make sure that you put that on there so that your new system is the one doing all the heavy lifting, okay? Not your TV, okay? That's why you got the brand new system, all right? So I think I've covered pretty much everything. This is the setup here. To your preference, I'm just gonna go through it, just read the prompts, and it sets it up for that HDR. And let me tell you, it makes a difference with a lot of games. I've been playing Dark Souls. I'm gonna boot up Dark Souls so you can see Dark Souls 3, and so you can see how fast this thing moves. Look, already press any button. I'm signed in. Okay, continue, and we're in the game. 3 seconds. That's amazing. I'm telling you, when I booted this up before on my Xbox One X, it was like, I kid you not, 5, 6 minutes just sitting there waiting for loading screens. But yeah, these games are getting optimized. I think this is still running at 30 frames per second, but the visual between the Xbox One X and here, it's wonderful. Anyway, I don't want this video to get too long, guys. Hopefully, you guys learned something that helped you out. Leave a like, leave a comment if you have any suggestions or any questions. If I can help you out, just like I was helped out, I want to just pay it forward, help you guys out to get the best gaming experience out of your next gen consoles. Have a good one. Hit that subscribe button, please. Help us continue growing. And as always, keep your life and your gaming drama free. Later, people.